Hi, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Chloe, and I help recovering people pleasers to stop overthinking, over apologizing, and start building a life that's not run by guilt. Today, I want to talk about something that doesn't usually get connected to people pleasing, but honestly should be, and that's procrastination. If you've ever called yourself lazy, unmotivated, or just bad at getting things done, stick with me for the next 5 minutes because I don't think that's exactly what's going on, especially if you're a woman who grew up with people pleasing. Here's the thing nobody tells you: the reason you're procrastinating probably isn't laziness, it's guilt. Because somewhere along the way, you learned that taking time, energy, or focus for your own goals felt selfish. Like you were supposed to be available, helpful, or on for everyone else first. So instead of actually doing the thing you want to do, you just sit there thinking about it. You're living your life in your head instead of out here. And here's the trap: the longer you put something off, the more guilty you feel about not doing it. And that guilt doesn't motivate you to start, it just makes starting feel even harder. So you procrastinate, you feel guilty about procrastinating, and then you procrastinate just to avoid sitting with that guilt. And it's a loop, and most people don't even realize that that's actually what's happening. So here's how you actually get out of it in 2 steps. Step one: figure out when this started for you. When did you first learn that doing something for yourself needed to come last? Was it a specific relationship, a specific person, a specific moment where you got that message, whether directly or indirectly, that your time wasn't fully yours to spend on your goals? And I want you to actually pause on this and journal about it after this video if you can, because you can't close a gap you don't understand the shape of. Step two, and this is the part that actually changes things: you use a timer to close the gap between thinking about something and actually doing it. Let me give you my own example because this is something I've lived and not just something I teach. I started putting off my own business for about 10 years. 10 years. And it wasn't because I didn't have the idea, I did the whole time. But a family member told me that I couldn't start my own business. They told me I'd be better off just working a regular 9 to 5 for someone else. And every single time I brought up not wanting that path, I was made to feel terrible about it. So eventually, I just stopped bringing it up at all. That when I was actually offered a real solid side hustle partnership during COVID, an opportunity most people would have jumped at, I said no without really thinking about it. I didn't sit with it, I just said no automatically. And I want to be really clear about something. It wasn't caution, it was guilt. Quietly running the show I called my life for a decade. Here's what actually broke the cycle for me: I stopped waiting to get permission. I stopped waiting to feel ready enough or deserving enough. And instead, the second I caught myself thinking I should really look into starting this business and building my own legacy, I didn't let the thought just sit there this time. I set a timer right then and I did a small piece of it, choosing names for my domain. 15 minutes, sometimes even 5 minutes, thinking and action back to back so that the guilt never got the chance to stand in the gap and talk me out of it again. And that's the whole mechanism. Guilt doesn't win in the moment that you act. Guilt wins in the gap, in the space between I thought about it and I'll eventually do it. The longer that gap stays open, the more room that guilt has to move in and convince you that it's safer to not do the thing, to not leave that terrible relationship because they think, oh, but they're so nice, to not quit that soul-sucking job because they think it looks good on paper. So if there's one thing I want you to walk away with today, it's this: you're allowed to want something for yourself. Even if someone once made you feel guilty for wanting it, even if it took you years to admit that you still want it, it's not selfish. Wanting things for yourself isn't a character flaw. And the next time you catch yourself thinking about a goal instead of actually acting on it, don't wait to feel ready. Set the timer and close the gap, and that's it. If this resonated with you, I want you to comment guilt below. because I have a lot more on this, how guilt shows up in relationships, in boundaries, and in the way we say yes when we mean no. And if you're ready to go deeper on this work, I've got free guides and information about my coaching program, Boldly Rewritten, linked below, and on my Instagram page where I post content that I don't post here. I post content twice a day, every day on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.